Not only are the Dodgers the worst franchise in baseball for the past 5 years, they try to absolutely just sell a lie season after season when they win a championship. Last season and this season, the Dodgers were, MLB champions, right? So if it wasn't bad enough that the team that spent the most money and is the cockiest, talks the most after winning, is winning championships, now they're trying to do lies. Max Muncy came out on an interview and basically said it's funny how back-to-back years the best team didn't win, or that's what people say. Now, I am a New York Yankees fan, and I can tell you this right now, the Dodgers outplayed them every aspect possible. Literally they were outcoached, outplayed, outpitched, everything, outhit. The Dodgers were better overall. Nobody in their soul would ever tell you that the Dodgers were not better than the Yankees. I'm sorry to tell you. And now this season, the Toronto Blue Jays faced the Dodgers in the World Series and almost got the best of the Dodgers, but ended up not getting the best of. And he said back-to-back years, the best team didn't win. Dodgers have been the best team in baseball since they signed Ohtani. And that's a absolute, fact. It's not anybody's fault that they lost to, the Padres, when Ohtani arrived and whatnot. But then ever since then, they're just winning championship after championship. Now they've got a two-peat going on. And for anybody to think the Dodgers aren't the best team in the league, they're absolute fools. And for Max Muncy to say, oh yeah, it's funny how the best team didn't win back-to-back years. You have been the best team since Ohtani's arrived. All right, Muncy? But this is the thing. Even before the season starts, this was the payroll. This is where the Dodgers at, and this is where the second most expensive team is. So you're over $400 million because your payroll exceeds $500 million, right? So you are, from opening day till Game 7 of the World Series, you have always been the best team in the MLB. 100%. You got your money's worth. Because you came off of winning a championship and you still came out and made upgrades. You still came out and you made upgrades, You improved the starting pitching. You improved, the bullpen. You did everything, all right? You went out and made a tons of bullpen signings. You went out and got Blake Snell. The Dodgers just improved from winning a championship, and boom, they've repeated. And then Ohtani is now pitching. All they did was get better, and they were the best team last year. You won 4-1. It was a gentleman's sweep. It should have been 4-0, honestly, if it wasn't for a grand slam from Volpe. But at the end of the day, the Dodgers, like I'm saying, you've been the best team in baseball since Ohtani signed. And look at this. People were saying, oh, yeah, for people saying that the Dodgers aren't really, they're buying championships, they played the fifth most expensive team. And I'm like, if you really calculate it, the Blue Jays payroll is around like $279 million, and the Dodgers exceeds $500 million. So it's like, yeah, the Blue Jays are a top 5 payroll, but if you really look at the numbers, the Dodgers are around twice as much. Their payroll's twice as much as what the Blue Jays is, around that estimated. So my point is, the Dodgers are the absolute, snottiest team. They're like that rich kid that tries to, fit in with all the other regular kids, right? And acts like he doesn't have money, he doesn't have all this, right? And the second they offend them, then they start flexing all the money and stuff. And it's just like, you can't even bother to be with that kid because he's so snotty, spoiled, and corrupt. That's really what the Dodgers are. Because at the end of the day, every time they win a championship, I don't know why it's their instinct to hop on a podcast and just absolutely trash the other team, trash any media that didn't agree with the way they won. And, doesn't agree with them being able to spend twice as much as the team they just beat in the World Series, right? They'll just trash you. These guys just me every single time they win. And it's so unlikable and it's so hard to root for because I'm not going to lie, as a Yankees fan, when the series started, I was like, hopefully the Dodgers can win this because the Blue Jays are rivals. And then as the series went on, I was like, you know what? Screw it. I wouldn't mind if the Blue Jays would win it because the Dodgers are so hard to root for. They're terrible to root for. It's really difficult to root for a team like the Dodgers who get everything handed to them. They break all these rules. They defer all this money. They're guilty of gambling stuff. It's just a controversial team that keeps winning, and you just want to prey on their downfall. It's really what it is. And This interview of Max Muncy proves it. Third baseman here, Max Muncy, just had to say, oh yeah, it's funny how that nobody said that, man. It's all in your head, pal. These guys are just listening to ghosts, you know. They're all just psychos. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about this? Do you think the Dodgers are sore winners? Or are they just rightfully doing what any championship winner should do? Because to me, they don't know how to win. They really don't. But anyways, thank you guys for watching.